in front of a loud but unmistakably tense crowd. MLB The Show's coverage of the Major League Baseball postseason begins right here. It's the one-game American League wildcard playoff between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2019 New York Yankees.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Steve, what has to happen if they want to survive the wild card game and move on?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Luis Severino gets the nod here at home for the American League wildcard game. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
Andrelton Simmons heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Shortstop, number 2.
Now the first pitch of the night is looked at for ball 1 as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose.
First pitch, 7:05.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. And we're looking at a chilly October night here at Yankee Stadium. 53 degrees at first pitch. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And this figures to be a very nerve-wracking game. I mean, both of these teams have played hard for 162 games, and now everything rides on just one game. One error, one wild pitch, one double play could be the difference between moving on or going home.
Mike Trout comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Hot shot to third. Reined in. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 24, Chris Young.
Chris Young gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there. He might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Angels. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, Jacoby Ellsbury is really a guy that's fueling this offense right now. He's got some serious speed, and that's a dangerous weapon at any level. It wreaks havoc on opposing pitchers because there's so many ways to manufacture runs when speedsters get on base. So don't be surprised if you see him cause trouble out there in this one.
And with that, let's give you a look at the way the Angels match up defensively.
Leading
It's
off
brought
for the
to us
Yankees,
by Majestic.
center
Any
fielder,
thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, for me, the
Ellsbury.
best defensive shortstop in the game, Andrelton Simmons. You watch him go to the hole and make throws, cover ground. Simmons is so athletic. He makes the difficult plays look routine.
Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Smith has it, and he makes the throw to first. Ellsbury is retired, and there's one away.
Oh,
Right
this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
Stepping in now, Aaron Judd. And he'll take a look at ball one.
Ball 1, no strike.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Bases are empty, one man out. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. Got a piece, it's 2-2.
Well, and he's got a great splitter. You're talking 88 miles an hour. You think you can hit it, but it just disappears on you.
It's swung on and hit in the air. Crowd on the run. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting third.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a
The
fastball as
shortstop,
hard as he does.
Didi
It makes fly balls
Gregorius.
travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Didi Gregorius is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. 2 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Little dribbler back at him. Throw to Pujols is going to be in time, and the inning is over. Second inning upcoming here in the Bronx with no score. Josh Donaldson makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6. So a runner at first now with one away, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. And that's in there for strike 1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown him a move.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Chopped weakly to the left. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Hoping to keep it tied, here it comes. Chris Young stands in as he looks at a called strike.
It's so important here to pick up the first run of the game from scoring position. I guess that's true in any game, but especially in the wild card game. Everything here is just going to get magnified 10 times over. You've got to make these opportunities count.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Number 41 will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Tap fouled at home plate. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Into the box now, Torres. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out.
And when your pitcher hasn't given up a hit, believe me, you're going to feel the pressure out there just about as much as he does. These guys know what's at stake. So that's a good job right there to look that ball in and then make a good, strong throw for the out.
Brett Gardner started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
And this one was tailing on him, but he was able to reach down, pull it in, and with it, the side is retired. Some of our nation. Josh Donaldson will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get 2 starters that... Albert
Pujols will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
And he has really handled him tonight on the mound.
The batter,
he got him to swing under that one and pop it up.
Jeffrey Marte steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
Now on 2-0, got a fastball count, and we got a good fastball hitter. That might spell some trouble.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Angels strand one. We are still scoreless. Jacoby Ellsbury will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first two trips.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ballgame and kept his team in the ballgame.
And a swing and a miss there by Ellsbury as he's down 0-2 now.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And he strikes him out here, so that's out number one here in the seventh as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Outside for a ball, 1-1. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting toward the third base dugout. Therefore, it is Donaldson, and there are two away now.
And these guys are still looking for that elusive first hit. And this never had a chance of being the one. Just an easy pop-up as he keeps rolling right along.
Into the windup and the pitch. Didi Gregorius stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. 1-1, here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late. A ball and two strikes. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. David Fletcher will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now. Giancarlo Stanton will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead. So he makes it through 7 innings, but they finally get to him for their first hit of the ball game here in inning number 8. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. Here's Bryce Harper now as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Up next for the
You
Yankees.
see here from above,
Catcher.
since he's left-handed, he's got the third baseman playing well off the line. I don't know if this is exactly where he intended to hit the baseball, but it works out for him.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Called strike 0-2.
Boy, tough slider right there. Had him leaning back. I don't think he could have done anything with that pitch, even if he did swing at it.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
And that's going to be high 2-2 now.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
In a game like this, you hope that the bottom half of your order can pick up the slack here. But this isn't going to help much. Go grab some bench.
Into the box now, number 41. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Difficult to lay off, but he did it.
Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line and left. And this will get by him at third down the line. It's a fair ball. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now. So he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Torres will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Looking to keep this a one-run game, and he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
That might be the best curveball we've seen out of him all night. In fact, that one buckled my knees.
And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by us.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. A swinging bunt to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. Yankees forced to settle for 1. 9th inning coming up. Now the beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from right here in the Big Apple. Mike Trout will come forward now, trying to stave off elimination as he'll get the first crack at things here in their half of the ninth.
It's so hard to believe that everything they've worked for all season long comes down now to these final 3 outs.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Outfield in the no doubles defense, now the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
And he just continues to roll right along. He's working on a 3-hit shutout this late in the ballgame.
Chris Young will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And now Ellsbury will get it in off the wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Now that's the at-bat they needed. Bases empty, 1 out already, down 1 in the 9th. He's got to find a way to get on base somehow, some way. And this is going to set up a fantastic finish as he's all the way into scoring position now on that double.
Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Aroldis Chapman is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Josh Donaldson will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Trying to hold the lead. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Torres will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number two.
And that's telling them how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Cole Calhoun will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Justin Upton will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Justin Upton.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Taken, called strike two, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Now the Yankee Stadium crowd, 52,000 plus on their feet. And Upton won't chase that one. It's 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two. Two out here and a runner at second. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball three now. One strike from the shutout. Here it comes. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, I really think that having home field advantage here made a huge difference. And these guys are going to wind up surviving this one-game wild card playoff. So now it's down to the division series, where they're going to come into that game with just a little bit of momentum.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really came through with a dominating pitching performance. You see there, 12 strikeouts, and that doesn't even tell the whole story. That was as good as I've ever seen him pitch.